How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Bringing you a match against Hina Mizawa today. I think this is probably from my stream, but I honestly can't remember. I got like 3 or 4 matches saved up against him or her, so... Yeah, I mean, they're all pretty good matches. This one, I thought I would try out my Vesperquen set, which I kinda like. I just like Vesperquen in general. It just doesn't really have much of a use. Like, it's really hard to find a decent set for it. And even this one, like, I think it did reasonably well this game, but still working on it, still work in progress. So I bought Tentacle, I bought my Drifblim, Rapidash. I think Survivor's supposed to be like my late game sort of sweeper, like a Venoshock thing, but... Yeah, first turn, Emolga versus my Vesperquen, and obviously that is not a matchup I appreciate much, so... First turn, just gonna go ahead and switch out into my Meganium. And Sid! Sid is the man with the power. Sid does not take any kind of crap from Emolga. Except Air Slash, but that's fine. Emolga is not a powerhouse, I can definitely take it. But, now that it's behind the sub, unfortunately I can't do anything in return, which is unfortunate. So I gotta switch out. Go to Rapidash, and he baton passes, so... You know, the whole Lopunny thing going on there. It's a tactic I love to do, and it definitely works out. And now I've got to go back to Sid. And even though Kingler is behind the sub, do you think Sid cares about that? Do you think he cares that he couldn't fly his rocket into space? No, he'll keep trying, he'll keep trying. He'll get there eventually, he'll Giga Drain the sub. That sub is no more, and even at this sort of range, Kingler is not going to be able to take me out. So of course he's got to switch. Why would he stay in? That'd be a horrible play. So of course I am going to switch out as well. I'm going to switch out into my Drifblim because I figure... I think Ludicolo maybe I predicted. I don't know exactly, but... Yeah, either way, Drifblim, I can get my Flare Boost activated. This is a Flare Boost. God damn it, I knew that would happen. Flare Boost. Every time I say Flare Boost, it turns into Flare Bloost, which is just... I don't know what. That sounds like some kind of weird cleaning product. Anyway, gonna go for Hidden Power Fighting and just do it again, I guess. I mean, I think he would die before I did, so it made sense to stay in there. That was a pretty good chunk, but then again, that was a crit, so what do you expect? Now, this thing, like I said, or probably like I was gonna say, was Flare, Boost, Tailwind, Shadow Ball, Destiny Bond, and Hidden Power Fighting. Which is not bad. I actually think it's pretty cool. Drifblim is a nice Pokemon. Good typing, good, interesting range of moves, and pretty versatile as well. So I go for a layer of T-Spikes. Now that they're up there, there's no way she's going to get rid of them because no Spinner, no Poison type. So it's all good in the hood. Gonna just keep scolding this thing because I really don't want it behind a sub. And that Emolga set actually is pretty interesting. I think we saw sub baton pass earlier, but you'll see what I mean pretty shortly. So I go to Vesperquen here because it seems like the best thing to take on Murkrow. And if I'm going to get any use out of Vesperquen, it's going to be now, pretty much. So this set is Defend Order, Attack Order, Roost, and I honestly don't know. I've now changed it to like Rest and Sleep Talk, which is pretty decent, but I have no idea what I was running at the time. Look at all these crits. Crits left, right, and center. I don't know if that one mattered because eventually I would have been able to, like, she would have had to Roost and then I could have gone for Attack Order and it'd be super effective, obviously, so I don't know how much that mattered, but yeah, either way, in comes Emolga, and I do not want to stand against this once again, so just going to go to Rapidash because I can take any single hit and then outspeed it next turn, I think. I think Rapidash is 105, Emolga's like 103 or something. But go for the Flare Blitz, gonna break that sub, and Emolga, like I said, cannot kill me, but what it can do is go for the T-Wave. So I thought, oh okay, T-Wave, Air Slash, sub, Baton Pass, that is reasonable, fair enough. I can see why you'd run that set. But I think I have Aromatherapy on my Meganium, so at least I can heal this up if I need it. But like I said, its last move is probably Air Slash, so I don't know if that's a good idea or not, you know? So I go to Survivor here because I thought, well, I can take an Air Slash and I'll outspeed because I'm Scarfed. So it seems like a reasonable switch, right? So I just go straight for Giga Drain because obviously Sandshrew is not going to appreciate that. And even Murkrow dies from there, like, that's probably a Violite, but then again, Murkrow has terrible defenses, so... Yep, in comes the Mr. Mime, and obviously I do not want to stay in there. Go straight back out to Charmy B, who can take any special or physical hits as long as they're not rock type, pretty much. Vespiquen has like base 100 and something or other in both defenses, and then like base 80 or something in both attack stats. So it's actually a really good Pokemon in terms of its base stats. It's slow as hell, but it does have decent base stats. It's only the typing that really lets it down. Move pool's alright, attack order, defend order, acrobatics, that kind of stuff. It's pretty decent. So Kingler's in here. Did a pretty good chunk there of the attack order considering Kingler's good base defense. But I do not want to take a rock slide, so I go to your boy Kenny, who of course was going to be the death fodder in any situation. Goes for the Crab Hammer. Don't care, I can take that. Kenny is not playing any games when it comes to Crab Hammers from Kingler's. But this is the funniest moment of the game. Have you ever seen a Colbur Berry? Colbur Berry is a berry which reduces Dark-type moves damage by half or whatever. And ironically, it's knockoff, so I knock off the berry, but the berry activates on the knockoff, so I can't knock off the berry. It was weird. It was an amazing prediction. I don't know why it has Colbur Berry in particular, but I guess it's good for, like, Sucker Punch or whatever. So that was brilliant. Kenny was useless once again. So I'll go to Vespiquen because I just want to go straight for that big attack order. Oh, no, this is the turn I go for the Roost. I figured I may as well try and get my health back and then attack order. Because Emolga, yeah, I can take an Air Slash from full, or a T-Bolt even. And then attack order's probably going to kill from there, right? But the last move is Encore. So this is a no attacking move Emolga, and probably max HP, max speed or something. And that really does put a dent in my plans. But the good thing is, now I know it has no attacking moves, I can just go to my Zeppelin, that's not even, it doesn't even look like a Zeppelin, why do I even call it that? Go into my Drifblim and I can just start dealing out some massive damage to whatever comes in. Which, in this case, is Ludicolo. Now Ludicolo can definitely take one hit from there, but unless he has Ice Beam, I can hopefully take any single hit. And it does look like he's a more defensive sort of thing, because it's lefties and, you know, it is taking the hits pretty well. So, you know, the Toxic predicting my switch, I guess that kind of shows it is a more specially defensive build or something. And this turn, I don't know why I did this, but I go for the Tailwind, which is completely pointless. I don't know. I could have killed it, but Drifblim, unfortunately, is going to go down to a crit Scald. I don't care about the crit, it doesn't really matter. Because now, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. I think I'm down a couple of Pokemon, and she has like 5 or 6 left. No, 5, because I killed one of them. Bring in Scarfs of Viper, Venoshock, Ludicolo goes down. In comes Kingler, Venoshock, Kingler goes down. In comes Emolga, Venoshock, Emolga goes down. In comes, what is next? That Tailwind was completely useless. In comes Mr. Mime, Venoshock, that goes down. In comes Sandshrew, Venoshock. That doesn't go down because Sandshrew's a beast, but I can magically take an Earthquake and go for the next Venoshock. And this is the perfect opportunity, I've been waiting for an opportunity to do this, to bring you the victory dance. What am I doing with my life? That was the match. Great game, Hina Mizawa. Very enjoyable indeed, and yeah, that was definitely Seviper's finest hour to date. I love that Pokemon. Has so many different uses. I think Haunter definitely fulfills the role better, but, you know, you gotta mix it up once in a while, right? So I hope you all enjoyed, and with that being said, I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.